It's your boy, Ed the Dread, and you are tuned in to the Ed the Dread podcast. Yes, sir. Bow, 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 bow. Welcome to your Money Mouth Monday. Ooh, it's getting spooky. Yeah, as you can see, I'm dressed up in the LRG Friday the 47th hoodie, fully snapped in. Don't fuck with me. Michael Myers on that ass. LRG, probably my favorite clothing brand outside of my own, Good Vibes Gear. And fuck, my homies, Alley Oop. Yes, sir. Big up, J Dub. But I had this hoodie in orange, and I bought it for about $115 back in the day in like 2006 when it first came out. And then, thanks to Instagram, I saw this shit on sale for like $40. So here I am, reborn, Friday the 47th. And actually, my old orange one lives on. My brother get it now, so it's all good. But regardless, here we are, the Money Mouth Monday before Halloween. Woo! Watch it out now. Oh, man. So today's topic is going to be life hack, minding your own motherfucking business. You. One thing that I've lived by recently is the less I know, the better, right? And not pertaining to things that I want to be good at. Just regular everyday shit, other people's lives, stuff that I have no business knowing. The less I know about it, the better. Which really equates to just minding your own motherfucking business, right? So, we live in a world where everybody is up in each other's business. Thanks to social media, which I've been a part of since it started. Born in 1983, we watched the internet come, we watched cell phones show up, we watched social media happen when we were in like high school, college, and now everyone's a part of it. So I've been on Facebook and Instagram pretty much since their inceptions. And previously there was no timeline. There was no comments, likes. So what ended up happening was you could just post a picture, live your life. It was supposed to be like your yearbook, a digital yearbook for your college. And now it's just a wall of spew of graffiti from everyone in the planet. But before you could comment, life was better. You could just post a picture, that's it, nothing. Then I'm not sure if it was comments or likes that came first, but you could comment and then you could like, dislike, all this shit. So it's like you actually got to interact on someone's photo and tell them how you felt about it, as opposed to just fucking looking at it and, observing it and just living your life. So previously, like super previously, people hid behind screen names and such to bash others. Now they just do it. It ain't no thing, right? But with that said, because of this world we live in where everyone is like real-time social media, can click on things, like things, comment, do whatever, it's almost spewed over into real life where everybody is just in each other's business. My last podcast was about chickens and how I can't stand them. I don't have the internet at my crib, so I go other places to use it. I was sitting at a spot the other day and, a rack of chickens come running up to me. So I just, shoo them away. The guy at the table across from me is like, hey, man, don't do that. And I'm like, look, dog, the chickens came near me. I don't want them near me. Mind your business. He's like, I'm just protecting these animals. I'm like, dude, mind your business. And he went about minding his business. I spent about 15 minutes doing this work that I had to do before I was bouncing. As he saw me shutting down my laptop and closing it, he came over to apologize. He extended his hand to shake mine and then said, hey, man, I'm sorry if you got angry at me protecting the chickens. And I was like, yeah, bro, are you vegan? And he was like, huh? And I was like, no, are you vegan? And he was like, no. And I'm like, well, why don't you protect the chickens that you fucking eat every day? Leave me the fuck alone. Mind your business. Probably not the fucking reaction he was expecting when trying to put his hand out for a handshake, which, he could have just apologized as opposed to saying some shit about me getting mad about him doing the thing he thought was righteous. But regardless, if he just would have minded his own fucking business and let me scare this fucking chicken away from me that I didn't want near my feet, none of that would have happened. Nowadays, we also live in a world full of what people call Karens and I think now Kens. Now, before I ever knew what a Karen was, the way that I found out about it was by a Karen being called a Karen and asking me if I thought she was a Karen. Then I had to define the Karen, and then I found out that she was a Karen. So again, the scenario being this person who, an acquaintance of mine, is telling me that she has been called a Karen, and I have no clue what a Karen is. Now, this person happens to work in a field where you end up in people's business a little bit of the time, but outside of work, she's generally up in other people's business all the time. So she tells me she is called a Karen, and I'm like, well, what the hell is a Karen? And she's like, I don't even know. And so I, pull out Google, go to Urban Dictionary, look up Karen, and it says something along the lines of, like suburban white lady who cares more about other people's problems and fixing them than her own or some shit. And I was like, you know what? That is you. And she got pissed and wanted to drop me off because she was driving and I was riding in the car with her. Oh my gosh. But again, you would never be called a Karen if you just minded your own fucking business. Now, I worked in the DOE for 5 years as a teacher. I'm still a part of it with sports and athletics, but no longer in a daily scenario with meetings and such. Now, at the DOE, people are in each other's business all day. Whether you need to be or not, I mean, sometimes you have to know what other people in your department are doing, the organization of the people in your building and such, right? But for the most part, people are trying to find out what's going on, what's happening. And my slogan was always, the less I know, the better. So anytime anyone asks me anything about anything, unless it literally directly had to do with the class that I was teaching, I didn't know. And even if I did know, I'd probably just say, I don't know, because it's much easier that way. Okay, life will become very simple when you just mind your own business. When you got people asking you, hey, what's this person doing? What's that doing? And now y'all talking about them, right? You just up in someone else's business, and now you have an opinion on what they're doing, and you might even formulate some feeling toward them because of it. So again, life 1,000 times easier if you just mind your own business. Don't worry about nothing except for what you're doing. Work hard. Try your hardest at the things that you like. And, again, give some effort toward what you're actually trying to achieve as opposed to spending your life like watching other people do the stuff. Again, we got this whole social media and these live streams, and it's a shame. I mean, I've actually watched children who are watching another child open a gift on YouTube, or you're watching a gamer person watch another gamer person play the game as opposed to even playing it. So, mind your business in all the scenarios except for the things you want to improve at. And then stick your business all in it. Practice it all day, every day. Don't give what anybody else talks about when you do it, and you'll achieve something. Don't know what it is because it's up to you to figure that out. Boombastic, baby. Last and definitely not least, because I'm coming from the position of a guy who's got about 6 crowns, 1 implant, needs another implant, about to just get all gold crowns because I just don't even give a shit. No point. Everybody keeps saying, why would you do that? Your teeth are great. They look great, but I've got some problems with dental work. And the reason being, I ate a lot of candy and didn't brush my teeth many nights. So when you Halloweened up, coming up this week, make sure that if you eat a whole bunch of candy, which I suggest you don't, maybe, space it out, divide it, give it back to other people, who knows, but at least brush your teeth in the morning and the night so that you don't have cavities and fillings and root canals and shit like me later on in your life. Yes, that was your Ed the Dread podcast. This is your boy Ed the Dread signing off. Woo! Share if you care. Click like if you liked. And we will see you next week. A hoo wee ho, Kako.